channel. So today we're going to talk about a very trendy topic right now, and that is the term hip dips. Dip is the space in between where your hip begins, so your iliac crest, and where your femur sits. And you'll see this little divot in the hip, and this is something that you can actually help improve on with exercise. So some people have really big hip dips and other people do not, and that just kind of depends on where your iliac crest, so the top of your hip, and your femur conjoin, depending on how long your torso is, how long your femur length is, where the head of your femur, how it sits in your hip, is going to depend on how your hip dips look. Some people have more prominent ones and other people have very little hip dip, and it's something that you kind of can't change. However, you can slightly improve your hip dips with a few exercises. What's great about hip dips is you actually have a little muscle that is attached to your glute, which is called your glute medius, that you can help build and shape and kind of, blur out those hip dips if you don't like them. So today's video, I have several exercises that will help build up your glute medius, which is that little side booty right there, and it will also help tone up your glute maximus, and let's be honest, that's the big boy that everyone likes. Really build the peach. So I hope today's video is helpful for you guys and you learn a couple exercises on how to improve your hip dips. Just know that everyone has a little dip, and that's okay, and everyone's is going to be different. We're all very shaped differently. We all have different genetics, and you can't really necessarily change how your bones are made, but you can definitely change how your booty's made, make it bigger, and shape it the way you want. Today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and also hit subscribe. It helps support my channel and I can make more videos for you guys. For our first exercise for our hip dips, it is going to be a step up. This is going to primarily hit your glute max. The main thing you want to focus on when you're doing this exercise is keeping your core tight. You can see that I'm holding onto this little railing to help support myself up, but you do not need that. I, however, don't have the best balance. But when you're stepping up, you want to drive through your heel and push it into the bench to make sure you're getting the most glute recruitment. You can also see that I did this exercise weighted. You can always start out without weight if you feel like it's going to be too challenging, and then as you progress, you can add some weight. For the next exercise, we are doing lateral plate lifts. You can do this with a cable. I've seen people do that before. However, I feel it mostly in the side part of my glute, and that glute medius and my maximus when I'm doing it with the plate. The main thing when you're doing this is to slightly lean towards whatever you're using to hold your balance. Flex your foot because you'll get more hamstring and glute recruitment, so bring your toes up to the ceiling. And you want to make sure that your arm isn't supporting all the weight. Your legs should be doing that. Your arm is just there to kind of hold the plate against you and not hold the weight up. Our next exercise is probably my least favorite just because I feel so uncoordinated, but it's just some lateral lunges. When you're stepping to the side either direction, you're really going to target that side part of your glute, which will help soften up the appearance of your hip dips. Once again, if it's too challenging, you can start without weight and then gradually increase the weight. The main thing with this is keeping your chest up and your shoulders up as well, and your hips and shoulders square, so try not to twist at all. You want to also make sure that your toes are facing forward and not tilting on either side or turning. That way you're really hitting that lateral part or the side part of your glute. My favorite exercise for the side part of my glute is curtsy lunges. I like to use a barbell, but the main thing with this is please keep your core tight. It can be kind of challenging, so take your time with this. You want to slightly place your foot in a corner, like towards like diagonally. That's the word I wanted. You don't want it right behind you like a typical lunge. You want it diagonally, so if you're in a box, it would draw a diagonal line. And that's really going to help you focus on that side part of your butt. My newfound favorite exercise for the booty is these band kicks. You want to get one of those wraparound bands, which you can find at like Dick's Sporting Goods or even bodybuilding.com. And you want your knee that's on the floor to hold the band down, and then the other part of the band to be right behind your knee. You can do lateral lifts like this or just a straight glute kickback. This is causing hip extension, which is really going to target the hamstrings, the glute. And when you do those lateral lifts, you're killing that little glute medius. One other amazing exercise for the lateral part of the glutes is these clam shells. You'll see these performed a lot in physical therapy offices. However, if you do them banded and do a higher rep, you're really going to pump a lot of blood in that glute medius and your maximus, and they are killer. It's a lot better than the adductor or abductor machine. It's just doing these lateral leg lifts. You're really going to get a ton of glute recruitment and a lot of bang for your buck. I hope you guys enjoyed today's workout. Try it out if you did. Comment down below and tell me if you lived through it and how sore your booty got.